an intern, just like you. But you're older. Yes, I know. So why med school? My marriage fell apart.
I moved to LA from New York 4 years ago, and I was really just focused on writing and had been kind of like swerving into creating. Like I sold my first script to Fox last year and was just like kind of envisioning that way of life. But then I wrote on a show with the creators of Carol's second act, Emily and Sarah, and they were like, come in and audition for this project that we've got. And I was writing on Big Mouth at the time, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll leave this snack room to go to that snack room. And then I auditioned, and I didn't have the right sides, so I just like kind of improvised. And then from there they were like, come in and test. And then I did that, and then now I'm an actress. I can't say fuck, can I?
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Now I'm a fucking actress, bitch! Transitioning from being in a writer's room to being an actor is like taking your feet out of like boiling water and then putting them in like a sweet foot bath that someone like rubs your feet every now and then. It's just so sweet. I mean, there definitely has been like an adjustment period for me because usually you do a table read, and for me as a writer, that's when the work starts. You hear the areas that could be tighter or the jokes that need to be punched, and it definitely has felt like kind of there was like a bit of FOMO for me, like leaving the table read, and they're like, okay, bye actress, you know, like part of me just wants to be like, and can I help? But now that I'm like used to the rhythm of just being able to like have rosé on my deck at 4 p.m., I'm not like struggling anymore. Now I'm like, okay, the writers have it.
We're the doctors now. If we screw up, someone could die.
What's that? Go to sleep, Mr. Bones.
I know Emily Halperin and Sarah Haskins as writers, and they know me as a writer, so there's like a comfort there with being able to pitch to them, which is great. It's like a balance, like anything. It's like I understand also what it is to be a writer and to be pitching in a room till like sometimes, you know, midnight. So I definitely value the jokes, and at the same time, I feel like the best art is made when everyone's kind of collaborating, and there's really that vibe with this show, which is so cool. Lexie is the first person in her family to go to college, let alone be a doctor. So she has like a bit of imposter syndrome in this hospital, which is kind of like me, who like I'm used to, you know, being in a writing room pitching, not like getting my makeup done and like shooting the shit with Kyle MacLachlan until I like nail a take. So there's definitely like I am very similar to my character, which is good for me because I can only act like me. Okay, so the big difference between my character and me is I usually wear a hat and Lexie doesn't. Also, I am not lactose intolerant, but Lexie sometimes gets a tummy ache when she drinks milk. And that's not something that they wrote in the script. That's just me like adding texture to my character.
I could have had a normal retirement. Book club, wine, maybe get into pot. You'll be collecting stool samples. Oh, neat.
Patricia Heaton, I mean, like, I grew up watching Everybody Loves Raymond. I actually, like, the pilot that I wrote to, like, get into writers' rooms was based on Everybody Loves Raymond. So to me, she's, like, iconic. And she was taking, like, golf swings on set when we were shooting the pilot. And I'm like, I know how to make a friend. So I, like, went next to her, and I was just like... She's like, oh, you golf? And I totally don't. And I was like, yeah, sometimes. And then she invited me to play in a celebrity golf tournament. So then I took like a lesson, and it turns out I'm pretty good at golf. So now we like golf together. Now we golf together, and now it's like, no, I mean, like, she's like, you know, we're like burping together in my dressing room at lunch. Like last night we shot the 4th episode, and my dressing room was Kyle MacLachlan, Patricia Heaton, Ashley Tisdale's usually there. She wasn't on that episode. But like, how is this my life? It's incredible. I like slipped and fell and landed on a horseshoe that went up my butt, and I don't want it removed. I actually was talking to Ashley Tisdale about it. I was like, isn't it crazy? Like, we do these things and you get your makeup done and there's like a whole like group of people around you like laughing at everything you say. And it's like, isn't it kind of like a wild trip? And I realized, like, as I'm saying this to her, like, that's been her whole life. I'm just like, a tourist. Like, New York City is big. But it is like, I mean, psychologically, it's a miracle that like Ashley Tisdale is like a normal, cool person. She's like super sweet and genuine. And like Patty, it's a miracle for us that Patty didn't get famous till she was like in her 30s, because she's super humble and down for anything. And like, you know, just looking for lesbians to invite to golf.
You spoke to Daniel's patient.
You know what? I'm not going to apologize for helping. You think a woman my age should just disappear into the woods and knit?
Are you done?
I am just getting started. Wait, I said that? Yes, I am done.
Didn't even plan it this way, but I really wanted to tie it back to Lexie in Carol's second act. I think you said she's casually gay, right? Is that how
casually
you described
gay?
it?
Yeah, I mean, she's gay.
Yeah.
She's gay, and it's not like an episode of the week, and it's not like this big sort of like, bum, 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 homosexual. She's just a gay person like me. So
And-
that's fun.
And it's like on this big CBS sitcom, Patricia
Yeah.
Heaton, like a lot of people are going to watch it. Like that's a very, very cool thing.
Yeah, it's super cool. I feel like with all broad art, it's so nice to put like the pill in the peanut butter. It's like the peanut butter of just like a really great sitcom, and at the same time, you're just gonna get to know a gay person. Mm-hmm. I think that TV is that sort of touchstone for a lot of people. It's like their first kind of entry point into learning about someone not like them. Mm-hmm. Which I think is really cool, and always the beginning of such huge change. Like when I was saying growing up, it was hard to identify, to wrap my mind around being a gay. You know, it's because of the messaging, because there was a lack of messaging. If there was, you know, more people that happened to be kind of reflective of me in the ways that I felt different, that would have been huge.
Yeah, and now, hypothetically speaking, there's a little baby queer in Minnesota that's watching Lexie.
Not hypothetically, there's definitely a baby
definitely
queer
is.
because I birthed it.
That's
Little known fact about me, I gave birth to a little queer in Minnesota a couple years ago.
And she's just watching
Cut the
TV.
anchor and let her go.
She's channel surfing like, my mom's here somewhere.
My mom's here somewhere, yeah. That's the end of what you were saying, right?
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
there's someday your daughter will find you. I can't even imagine what, because people are like, when the show premieres, things are going to get crazy. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I think things are already crazy. I'm already drinking Cal McLaughlin's wine with Cal McLaughlin.
You made this place much more exciting. All the life and death stuff was getting a little blah.
Starting to do stand-up was kind of a reaction to feeling just like weird Islamophobia after 9/11, and the feeling of talking about something that was being misrepresented and actually personifying just a brown person that wasn't a terrorist in a time where it was like they could be anywhere. It was so rewarding for me, and just that has always been like such an appeal of like storytelling. So the fact that like now with this CBS sitcom that like I'm gonna be this gay dude that's like in America's living room, it feels real nice. I can't wait to get comfy on their couch.
Don't need no hickeys for this song. I got joy all through my soul.